Yo, let's talk about something real, the labor movement. It's a story of resilience and unity, a fight that has shaped the very fabric of our society. It's about everyday people fighting for a fair shake. It's about standing up against injustice and demanding what is rightfully ours. For decent pay, safe conditions, and the right to be heard. These are not just demands. They are fundamental human rights. Most of us work for a living. We spend a significant portion of our lives at work, contributing to the economy and society. But what happens when the scales are tipped, when the balance of power is skewed in favor of the few? That's where the labor movement comes in. It's a collective voice, a force that challenges the status quo. It's about workers standing together saying, we deserve better. It's about solidarity, unity, and the power of collective action. From the factories of the Industrial Revolution, where workers toiled in grueling conditions, to the tech giants of today, the fight for workers' rights is ongoing. The landscape may have changed, but the struggle remains the same. Think about the teachers, nurses, and construction workers who keep society running. They are the backbone of our communities. When workers have rights, everyone benefits. It's not just about better wages, it's about dignity, respect, and a better quality of life for all. It's about time we level the playing field and give working people the respect they deserve. Together, we can build a fairer, more just world for everyone. Now, let's get into the philosophy behind this whole labor thing. It's not just about wages and hours. It's about the deeper principles that guide our understanding of work and its role in society. The labor movement is rooted in big ideas about fairness, equality, and the common good. These principles have been debated and refined over centuries, shaping the way we think about workers' rights today. Karl Marx argued that capitalism is inherently exploitative. He believed that the working class is oppressed by the capitalist class, which owns the means of production. Marx's ideas have inspired countless movements and continue to influence labor rights discussions. Social democracy aims to reform capitalism with a strong welfare state and robust labor unions. This approach seeks to balance the benefits of a market economy with the need for social protections and equitable distribution of wealth. Anarcho-syndicalism advocates for worker self-management and direct action. This philosophy emphasizes the importance of workers having direct control over their workplaces and the economy, often through decentralized and non-hierarchical structures. Christian socialism emphasizes social justice and compassion for the poor. Influenced by religious teachings, this philosophy calls for a society where the needs of the most vulnerable are prioritized and economic systems are designed to serve the common good. Humanism focuses on the inherent worth and dignity of every human being. It advocates for a society where individuals are treated with respect and their rights are upheld, regardless of their economic status. These philosophical traditions share a belief in the importance of workers' rights. They argue that workers should have a say in their working conditions and be treated with dignity and respect. They all commit to social and economic justice, whether through reform, revolution, or community action. These philosophies seek to create a fairer, more equitable society. Different approaches, but a common goal, a fairer society. By understanding these philosophical foundations, we can better appreciate the diverse strategies and shared values that drive the labor movement. All right, let's break down the core principles that drive the labor movement. These principles are the foundation upon which workers build their rights and protections. Fair wages, a living wage that allows workers to support themselves and their families. This means not just surviving, but thriving, with enough income to cover basic needs and enjoy a decent quality of life. Safe working conditions. No one should risk their life or health for a paycheck. Ensuring that workplaces adhere to safety standards is crucial for the well-being of all employees. The right to organize and bargain collectively. Workers have the power to form unions and negotiate. This collective power is essential for securing better wages, benefits, and working conditions. Non-discrimination, equal pay for equal work, regardless of race, gender, or other factors. This principle ensures that all workers are treated fairly and equitably. Benefits: healthcare, retirement security, paid sick leave, and family leave. These benefits are essential for the long-term security and well-being of workers and their families. Job security, protection from unfair dismissal and arbitrary layoffs. Workers should feel secure in their employment, knowing they won't lose their jobs without just cause. These principles improve the lives of workers. They ensure that workers are treated with dignity and respect, and that their contributions are valued. They create a more just and equitable society for everyone. When workers are supported, entire communities benefit, leading to a stronger, more cohesive society. It's about leveling the playing field, ensuring that everyone has the same opportunities and protections regardless of their background or circumstances, giving workers a real voice in the workplace, empowering them to advocate for their rights and to be active participants in decisions that affect their lives and livelihoods. Now let's dive into some theories that explain why and how labour movements emerge. Marxist theory: labour movements respond to exploitation in capitalism. Institutional theory: strong labour laws and supportive institutions empower workers. Pluralist theory: labour unions are one of many interest groups in a democratic system. Social movement theory: collective identity and mobilisation drive labour movements. Resource mobilisation theory: practical resources are essential for successful labour movements. These theories help us understand the dynamics of worker mobilization. They provide a toolkit for analyzing labor movements. Section 5. Marxism and the labor struggle. A critical analysis. Marx's ideas have had a profound impact on labor movements worldwide. He was spot on about the exploitative nature of capitalism. His analysis of class struggle and alienation resonated with workers. Marx's call for revolution inspired significant social and economic reforms. However, Marxism has faced criticism for being overly deterministic. Critics argue it fails to account for the complexities of human motivation. Despite its limitations, Marxism remains a powerful lens to understand power, inequality, and social change. It exposes the contradictions of capitalism and inspires movements for a more just world. Section 6. Social democracy, balancing capitalism and workers' rights. Social democracy is capitalism with a heart, balancing free markets and social justice. It combines government regulation, strong labor unions, and a robust welfare state. Think universal healthcare, free education, and generous social safety nets. Social democracy aims to create a system where everyone benefits from economic growth. Countries like Denmark, Sweden, and Norway exemplify this approach. Critics argue it stifles innovation and economic growth. Despite criticisms, social democracy offers a vision for a more just society. It balances the dynamism of free markets with social solidarity and economic security. Section 7. The power of we, solidarity and collective bargaining. Solidarity is the understanding that workers are stronger together. Collective bargaining allows unions to negotiate on behalf of their members. Unions provide a collective voice, securing higher wages, better benefits, and safer conditions. Labor unions have been at the forefront of social justice movements. Anti-union legislation and globalization threaten the power of solidarity. Despite challenges, solidarity remains relevant. By standing united, we can create a fairer world for everyone. Section 8. Navigating the New World, Labor in the Age of Globalization. Globalization has reshaped the world, creating both opportunities and challenges for workers. It has provided new markets and employment opportunities in developing countries. However, it has also led to job losses and downward pressure on wages in developed countries. Multinational corporations often operate with little accountability. The labor movement has adapted by forming international alliances and advocating for stronger labor standards. National labor laws struggle to keep pace with the globalized economy. The labor movement must find innovative strategies to protect workers' rights. International solidarity is key to navigating globalization. Section 9. Gig economy, tech disruption, modern challenges for labor. The gig economy offers flexibility and autonomy but lacks basic labor protections. Gig workers face unpredictable incomes and lack access to affordable health care. Algorithmic management systems prioritize speed over worker well-being. Traditional union models struggle to address gig workers' challenges. Unions are exploring new strategies, such as forming worker centers and advocating for portable benefits. The labor movement must adapt to remain relevant. Protecting workers' rights in the 21st century requires innovation. Section 10, weighing the scales, benefits and criticisms of unions. Unions can be bureaucratic and prone to corruption. Critics argue unions stifle economic growth and resist innovation. However, unions have raised living standards and improved workplace safety. They've been a force for social justice, advocating for civil rights and environmental protection. Unions provide a countervailing force to corporate power. The decline in union membership is partly due to anti-union campaigns. The role of unions in the 21st century is complex. It's important to weigh the benefits and criticisms carefully. Section 11. The fight continues. Labour's enduring role in a changing world. The labour movement has a long history of struggle and triumph. Workers have fought for dignity, respect, and a fair share of the economic pie. The labour movement faces new challenges in today's rapidly changing world. Yet the core principles of solidarity and social justice remain relevant. The fight for workers' rights is about fundamental human rights. The labour movement must adapt to the changing nature of work. The fight for economic justice is a fight worth having.